Welcome to the Shrink Wrap Show. I'm Pam Hernandez-Kaufman.
And I'm Tahliah Peak. We're two shrinks bringing you holistic health hacks.
With our 30 years of combined experience in therapy, we share helpful information about common issues that everyone faces.
Then we break down powerful, proven tools you can start using right away to better your life and your relationships.
Let's wrap. Welcome to the Shrink Wrap Show. I'm Dr. Pam Hernandez-Kaufman.
And I'm Tahliah Peak.
And we are bringing you some shrink wrapping, as in talking, and also some wellness hacks that you can use to improve your life.
Yes.
Today we're talking about the window of tolerance.
Yes.
Now, listen, here's the most important thing to remember. This is not a real window. This is a metaphysical window.
Right.
Describing the space or the place where you are operating in life effectively.
Mm-hmm. Right.
In other words, you're calm, you're not anxious, you're not depressed, you're interrelating with others, and you're just sort of in your flow.
Right.
Well, here's what we know. We don't stay there.
No.
And everybody's window of tolerance is a little bit different. Mm-hmm. And we can easily go out into other areas that aren't within tolerance, right? Stress can take us there. And we're going to go out in one of two ways. We're going to go into a hyperaroused, which is anxiety. Overactive. Mm-hmm. Or we're going into a hypo-aroused, depression. Mm-hmm. Which is, I'm low, I'm a little lethargic, I'm sort of numb.
Right.
We're not operating effectively in either of those two places.
Right.
And so the goal is, how do I manage to stay in that window of tolerance more often?
Right.
We already know that people go outside into the future and into the past where there's anxiety and depression, about 70% of their lives.
Yeah.
So mindfulness is the way that we can more stay in that window of tolerance.
Be more present, like in
Being
the
more
now.
present, noticing the here and now.
Yeah.
Yes. And you have an experience where you recently went outside your window.
Absolutely.
You climbed outside, you jumped down, you just about killed yourself.
I
What
just about
happened?
jumped out the window myself. No.
What happened?
So I had a moment where, like, I felt like everything was going wrong in the world. And I was future thinking and past thinking. Mm-hmm. I was literally going anxiety, depression. And I was like, oh, what do I need to do to keep me present? Like there's a reason why I'm going both ways. So how do I bring myself back to the present? Now, being back in the present doesn't mean that you have to be joyful or
we're going to feel our feelings
or anything like that. It just means that you're able to be online again, like being able to think about what's actually happening in the moment. And so I had a recent death in our family friends, and it just shot me back in the past of trauma experiences that I've had. And like I just started feeling bad about myself, and I started feeling like
hopeless.
I could have done something different, could have helped out, or something in the sense of it was bringing me really, really low.
Well, and it doesn't. We don't feel safe with death.
Absolutely,
that's going to take me into anxiety,
right?
And
absolutely.
or depression,
or
back
and forth. And so the quick thing for me, and I don't know about you, maybe you're a little different than I am, but I love adventures. I'm a big adventure guru. I love to go on hikes. I love to be in nature. I love to be with animals. I love to be with people. And so to me, it was like I needed to ground myself.
This is going to be a horse story.
Of course.
I
yes.
knew it.
Yeah.
Horses are healing. We'll be
really
talking more about equine-assisted psychotherapy that we are learning now that they heal people.
They really do.
Horses heal people. So you went to be with the horses.
So I went to be with the horses, and went to be with my favorite donkey. His name is Luke and Tonka. And so I go out to the farm, our family farm, and the very first thing that I initially do whenever I go to be in nature is to think of my five senses. And so this is really our life hack today. This is our hack that we want to share with you.
You may have heard it called the 5-finger grounding exercise or the 5 senses exercise. It doesn't
Absolutely.
matter. And there are a couple of different ways to do it. Tahliah does it one way, I do it another way. Let's do it your way, and I'll talk as you go.
Yeah. So with the 5 senses that I do, I always start out with, what are 5 things I'm seeing in this moment? And so we can do this right now. In this room right now, I see a bright pink jacket on Pam. What do you see, Pam?
I see a tree.
A tree. Okay. I see white vases behind you.
I see a candle.
I see, let's see, what else? A cup. Was that 5?
I think you're on 5. I'm not sure. So the point is, and kids love this too.
Yes, they do.
Do this with your kids, right? You're holding your hand up so you know that you have X number of senses left.
Right.
So 5 things that you
see.
can see.
And then I go to 4 things that I feel. So I feel the jacket on my shoulders. It feels kind of like itchy.
Mm-hmm. Feel the chair underneath me,
Yeah,
holding me up.
How does that feel?
I hope it stays.
Is it hard?
It feels hard.
Okay.
Hard and solid.
I feel like a light breeze in the room, like a little bit of a fan blowing.
Sort of a warmth from the candle on the table.
Yeah. So that's 4 things that you feel. It could be an internal feeling. It can be outside feeling of.
Yeah, because we can go with feeling states as well, but
Absolutely.
we're more looking here for
like texture,
what am I
touch.
feeling on my body.
Right. Absolutely.
And then we go to
3 things that you hear.
3 things that I can hear
3
right
things.
now.
Right. You can hear right now.
Sometimes it's helpful to say, hey, what's the farthest away sound?
Yes. Yep.
What's the closest sound?
Yep.
And what's something in the middle of the two?
Right, absolutely. I kind of say with my little kid clients, what's something that is really loud in your ears right now? Or
Perfect.
what's something that's really soft? And so, like, right now I hear like a humming, a fan humming.
I hear a humming also.
Uh-huh.
I also sort of hear a vibration from somewhere.
Yeah?
Right? And then I'm, of course, hearing your voice.
Right.
So then we go into
2 things you smell. And this is hard. So it's hard these last 2 senses are kind of hard. So
You're paying attention. You're really having to
paying
pay attention.
So, and it's really hard if you're sick. So I hope you're not sick. But what are 2 things that you smell? Right now I smell the candle that we have lit. It's lavender.
This, you could smell your bad breath.
Or maybe you need to
could
put
smell there.
deodorant
Yeah,
on.
it could be that kind of smell.
Or your hair product.
Sometimes funny smells are helpful.
Yeah. Sometimes they're helpful. So 2 things you smell.
And lastly, one
thing you taste.
You taste.
And if you're like me and you keep mints with you, I keep mints with me all the time. Mints or candy or gum or something, or tea, coffee. I always keep something.
So you can pop
to help
that in
me.
if you're not tasting anything.
Yeah. Or like you taste bad breath, But those are the 5 senses. So that's what I did whenever I went to be with Luke and Tonka.
And it is hard to feel anxiety or depression
Absolutely.
when you're doing this.
When you're doing that, because it brings you back into the here and now.
You really have to pay attention.
Yeah.
My senses then are the quickest way, in addition to breathing slowly, to get me back into a grounded window of tolerance space.
Yes.
And listen, my hand's with me at all times.
For sure.
There will be things I see and hear at all times.
Yeah.
And if I don't, I can use imaginary things as well.
Right.
What would I see in a room like this? Or what do I normally see in a place like this?
Yeah.
And this is just you can stretch it too by kind of taking some of those senses and doing an imaginary journey with it.
Absolutely, yeah.
So again, it can be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be, but it will help you get back into that window of tolerance.
For sure.
And that's where we want to be more often than not.
Yes.
Instead of being kicked out into the hyper or hypo aroused. So we want you to
stuck
try
on or
this.
stuck off.
Stuck
right?
on or stuck off.
Yeah.
Not stuck up.
Not stuck
No.
up. No. We just want to be in the middle, the sweet spot. Yeah. So if you liked our show today, we would like for you to subscribe. You can comment, leave us some feedback about what you would like to see in our next show. And like it, share it with as many people as possible. We would love for our people to see what we've got for you. So our life hack for today was to 5 senses. Yes, 5 senses. Our life hack today was 5 senses. So like, comment, share, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, thank you for joining us today on the Shrink Wrap Show. Dr. Pam and Tahliah, have such a great week.
We're so glad you joined us today on the Shrink Wrap Show.
If you enjoyed this episode or found it helpful, remember to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and share the show with people you care about.
Also, your feedback is valuable, so leave a comment, question, or suggestion, and we'll see you next time
on the Shrink Wrap Show.